Jimmy Cab's 5150 interview series of Bulldozer Mag is here on a lovely evening in Glendale at the Complex. I'm here with the Wasteland Warriors of Moreno Valley, trapped within burning machinery. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Zach. I play guitar and do vocals.
I'm Jeff. I play drums.
Ernie, bass guitar.
Rob, play guitar.
By the way, they all love cannabis very much too. This is very interesting. We've spoken before. One of the things that I really like about your band, and I keep bringing this up, so I apologize for being repetitive. It's very interesting for me from where you come from and what you've created as musicians and as Trapped. Basically, you're out in a region of the Inland Empire where it's desolate and isolated, away from everything. And with all due respect to the people that live out there, about 20 years behind in the music scene. Do you think that because you are out on your own, that is why you've created your own sound and you do have this unique form of music that is trapped within burning machinery?
Probably, yeah. I've told you before, we're just weird fucks, and we listen to weird shit, and it's, not common out there in fucking the Inland Empire. Everybody's into metalcore and shit like that, and we're just a bunch of weird douchebags.
I think the fact that everyone does like all that shitty music made us want to get away from it even more, try and start something different and new that we could all like,
Do you find it being alone out there not only brings you together and not only brings out that creativity, but at the same time it's a little difficult for you to have a following out there, or what is the case? Explain to me.
In a way it is, because not everybody's a big fan of this type of music out there, so it's kind of tough, but we're trying to make it, we're trying to make everybody go into the Moreno Valley and then the Empire scene to bring it out more, get this music spread out, so it's kind of working.
It's interesting because the heavy music genre has been really, I'd say within the last 5 years, taken off. It's become very popular and it's been exposed to different demographics, and now it's marketable. Hence the problem. A lot of bands that are coming out now are all following the same cookie cutter form of heaviness, right, being repetitive, mundane. You've just released, I believe this is your second full length?
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about that. This is on Black Voodoo Records, The Filth Element. What I like about this record, which captivates me even more than your prior releases, is it doesn't sound like you were forcing yourself to record and write. It sounds like the next evolution of Trapped heaviness. But being that you are out in that region, is that why you're able to write this so easily or effortlessly? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we're pretty much the only dudes around there that we know, I guess, that do that kind of shit. And yeah, so from the last album to this album, we just wrote the same kind of shit that we wanted to write, but
better.
Yeah,
we're growing as musicians.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think, we've been playing for 5 years now, probably maybe like 3 as all of us, and I think we've gotten a lot tighter and just new ideas come in that aren't going too far away from what we've always been,
It's always been about the jamming too, that it kind of sinks in with everybody, so it works perfect.
Yeah, I also think that we got really lucky with this album that we're coming out with right now, because we got to take our time with it. So we got to kind of make the sound that we wanted for it, because we had a lot of time and it just came very naturally. So I think that's why the album came out how it did.
The band's been getting a lot of attention within the last 2 years, and aside from that, you've been playing predominantly in Los Angeles. Be that as it may, you guys are on tour now. Is this your first tour that you've been on?
Yeah. Actually, this is our little pre-cum tour, our show right now. Yeah, exactly. And then next week we go up north, just a little West Coast tour. And then it's late September, early October, we do the
US.
It's kind of a U.S. tour with Destroy Judas to the East Coast and back. Yeah.
It's on with the help of Midnight Collective, Ryan Avery. So
yeah, you got to thank Ryan. He's really
He's doing a great job. Midnight Collective has just amazing bands all over the place.
Yeah, they're helping a lot with the scene, bringing it up.
How are you enjoying being on the road? Number one, because the road is really where if you're meant to survive out here. And how are these songs being performed on a live setting? Are they going well? Are you enjoying playing them? Because on the album, when you listen to that record, it has, and I've described this type of experience before, you have to listen to it completely. You can't just listen to it track per track. It's a very good heavy roller coaster ride. But in a live setting and everybody fixated on iPhones and God knows what the fuck else, are people getting what you're doing, especially outside of the city?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, when we play live, it is a little different because it's not the whole package. But when we play the songs, they're just as loud and heavy, and they hit you with a force. Even though it's, I think it's live, so it's even better. But
Yeah, and we recorded it drunk as fuck, and we play it live drunk as fuck usually too. So just to.
Are you serious?
Usually, yeah.
for the most part,
That's why tour is like chaos. Like you asked about us playing it on tour. Like,
it's intense.
yeah, sometimes it's a little rough, but I mean, you do it all the time, you get good at it. So.
Are you saying you're all dysfunctional fucking drunks? Is that what it?
A little bit of everything,
The answer is yes.